Thank you so much. First, I just want to say, Celine, no words, just such an amazing woman. Quite difficult to follow on from that, but I want to say thank you so much for allowing me to be part of this community. I'm really grateful just to be here. And I want to share my story with you. So I really think that you have to hit rock bottom in order to be able to come back up again. And I hit rock bottom hard. My whole life was turned upside down, and it was very difficult to really have any kind of life at that time. I was existing on 35 pills a day. I was on morphine, and I had been through a lot of heartbreak and a lot of pain throughout most of my life. But this particular day was I'll never really forget, because I was lying in my bed and I had just experienced another grueling trip to get to the bathroom. I had carers in with me and I was absolutely exhausted. Pain was searing through my whole body. And I really just didn't know. I didn't know how I was just going to keep going. Everything was very dark and very, very difficult at that time. I was on morphine, but I remember I was quite out of it. But I remember hearing these carers talking to my mum about the possibility of needing to put a commode in my bedroom. Now, a commode, for anybody that doesn't know, is a portable toilet. Okay, so I was a young woman and something snapped, something just went in my head. And I just decided that I had a choice and I had to make that choice for me. So the choice was to stay in that dark place, facing facing quite a bleak future, or do everything in my power to change it. So I knew a couple of years previously that I had been in the sun for my sister's wedding in Mexico, and the sun had made a huge difference to my health. Within a few days after needing wheelchair assistance to get to the airport, and not having very good mobility, I was up, I was walking around, I was like a different person. And within the 5 days of being there, I was able to walk down the aisle with my sister at her wedding. And it was a real amazing experience, a real turning point for me in my life. So I knew that that was something that was going to make a big difference to me. And at the time, I was sponsoring a little girl in Honduras, helping to put her through school, helping to get vegetables and things for the community to give them a better future. So I decided that I was going to go to Honduras to volunteer teaching English to underprivileged children. So there I was. I was in Edinburgh, January 2012, and I was at the airport. In my luggage, there were full of medication. I needed wheelchair assistance to get there. And I actually thought for a minute that I was losing my mind. I felt like I wanted to run, and I didn't. I knew that if I did run and if I didn't keep going, that my life was never going to change. So I embarked on the journey and I went to Honduras. And what I found in Honduras was exceptional. It changed my life forever. From the beauty of such a poor country where you had mountains on one side of the village and the sea on the other, to the amazing children that I had the pleasure to teach, and their happiness and complete acceptance to what they had in their life or what they didn't have in their life was very, very humbling. there was obviously lots of challenges as well, and the people that I worked with, the people that I lived with, the other volunteers, at first really didn't accept me because I was sleeping more than them. I needed to listen to my body, and you know, I didn't always keep very well. And we would go away and do things together, but sometimes it was really, really painful and really difficult on my body. And I actually got faced one day with one of them saying, "We didn't sign up for this. We didn't sign up to look after a sick person." So I went out and I cried and I walked around the village and I thought, "Oh, what do I do here? Do I just leave? I really I'm not sure what I should be doing." But there was a determination, there was a bit of anger inside of me as well. So I went back in again and I was just very, very honest and very straight. And I said, "Look, I'm not here for any of yous. I'm here for me and I'm here for my journey. I'm here to improve my quality of life and I'm here to do the best that I can. I don't need you to be my friends. I want to be friends with you. I'm open to being friends with you. But if you don't want to be my friend, then that's okay." And through time, there was a mutual respect built. And eventually they started to see why I actually was there and what I was contributing. And yeah, I think in the end, we became friends, we travelled, we done lots of things together. And they understood me a lot better. But nobody understood me like this one lady, Iris, who I taught with, a Honduran lady who had faced so many hardships in her own life, but done everything for the greater good of everybody else. She accepted me into her family like one of her own, and I was able to see Honduras through her eyes. And that really changed me. When I went out there, I expected to be doing something to help other people, but I didn't realise how much I would get back from them. So when I left Honduras, I was very sad. Um, it was it was closing a chapter, but I knew that I was also opening another chapter because I came back a different person. I came back determined. I came back strong. And even though my health went down really, really quickly because I was in the cold and the damp again, I had this drive and this zest for life that I hadn't had previously. From that point, I became a teacher of second languages, mainly from my bed. And I qualified, moved my whole life out to Spain. And I taught out there. I experienced so many wonderful experiences, met some amazing people. I loved teaching. I loved being able to help people and be there for other people. And it was one of the best times of my life. The problem came when my employers, who said that they understood when I explained to them that I would get sick from time to time and I would need to take some time out, and they were so supportive until it happened. And when I got sick and I ended up in hospital, I got fired. I got fired from my job because I was no longer reliable, so I was no longer needed. And this happened 3 times over 3 years. And eventually I realised that this wasn't the right situation for me anymore, and I came back to the UK. I came back and I was struggling a bit, but I started working on myself daily. I worked on self-care, I worked on meditation, and I embarked on a journey of NLP, hypnosis, life coaching, and I really gained a lot of strength. What I also realised after watching an amazing TED Talk by the amazing Brené Brown, who I just love, was that vulnerability is strength. And I had always thought of vulnerability as being a weakness because I had had so much pain and exhaustion and all these things. So the thought of putting myself out there as well was like crazy to me. But I realised that every time I put myself out there and I allowed my why to be bigger than my fears, I grew. I grew in confidence and I grew as a person. Now my mission is to be able to help other women, women who feel stuck, women who are in similar situations to myself, or they're going to work every day, but they don't feel appreciated, they don't have purpose, and they don't have any kind of want to be there anymore. They know that there's more to life. They might be in a relationship where they feel like they're not really there, they're they're they're, they're forgotten about, or they're just there because they think that that's all they deserve. I want to show these women how amazing that they are, and I want to show these women how to be vulnerable, put themselves out there, how to show up and be themselves, because that unique, beautifully imperfect person that they are is what everybody wants to see. When you allow vulnerability into your life, you also gain connections, and connections is you need for everything in your life. So when you allow that into your life and you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you open up so much more. People trust you and people are there for you in a different way. So I want to encourage women everywhere to be able to do that for themselves. Put yourself first. You know, it doesn't mean you don't have to care about other people, but you matter. Okay, so I just want to leave you with one thought before I go, and I really appreciate you all taking this time to listen to my talk. But don't let anybody dim your light. Okay, your light should be shining bright. And one more thing is never dim your own light. Believe in yourself. You are special, you are worthy, and you deserve the best in life. And that's what I want to help other women to see in their life. Thank you so much.